What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we have Sneak Peek 2, and this is another ball thrown out of left field at us. But the cool thing about this is we're definitely, we keep seeing this trend of Netmarble introducing multiple comic book runs to us in these updates, which I think is absolutely pretty fantastic because you get multiple different uniforms from different runs, and it's really cool in all honesty. And there is a theme to this, and actually. So greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Pride. Reed Richards, which I'm so happy to see that name, one of the smartest scientists on the planet, has always been contemplating about how to improve the world. His team, his family, his enemies, and even the Ultimate Universe can all be improved upon. Agents, what will be his conclusion about an infinity of solutions? And then you scroll down here and you actually see the Maker, which is an alternate version of Reed Richards. So let's watch this. So there wasn't a whole lot in that sneak peek. It just shows the Maker and they kind of zoom out a little bit on him. But at the very end, they show some glowing red eyes. Now, who could that be? Well, I got a speculation. I think I might know who it could be, but we'll see. I'm not really 100% for sure. But let's talk about Mr. Fantastic first. So it's actually amazing that this guy is getting a uniform. Mr. Fantastic is a character that's really fallen off big time. He's not a character that a lot of people would recommend because, well, I mean, he does have the damage accumulation based on how much damage he deals, and his tier 3 is pretty insane. He already has ignore target dodge rate. I mean, he's actually got a really strong tier 3, but his third skill is the damage accumulation based on how much damage you take. And actually, to be perfectly honest and fair, the damage accumulation based on damage you take isn't so bad with some characters like Sharon Rogers, but there are certain characters where it isn't very good because it's hard to take damage. Plus, Mr. Fantastic does a lot of iframes on his 5th skill and his 4th skill, so during those iframes, he's not really going to be taking damage. You got to play him in a certain way to where he actually accumulates damage. It actually makes him difficult to play, and something I would like to see is an ease of play. I would like to see him have just solid damage accumulation based on how much damage you deal. I'd like to see some attack buffs similar to Iron Man. I mean, and really kind of similar to Iron Man, he's got those. He's a genius, right? The Maker is ridiculous. His moral compass is pretty off, but he's still got that Reed Richard intellect, right? Because he is an alternate version of Reed Richards. And I think that would be fantastic to give him maybe a debuff removal, although, I don't really want the same thing on every single character. But I would really like to see him just be better than what he is. I do think his tier 3 is actually very strong the way it is. I'm not sure I'd really want that to be changed. But just give him more attack buffs. If you're going to have damage accumulation based on how much damage you take, set him up to where, kind of like Sharon Rogers, when you do her 3rd skill and her 4th skill, she can just kind of sit there and take damage. If you did something like that similar with Mr. Fantastic, that wouldn't be so bad. But in all honesty, just damage based on how much damage you deal is a whole lot better. And when you look at the damage based on how much damage you deal, it is plus 1%. That's actually really good. And his damage accumulation is increased attack by plus 5%. So if that was actually plus 15%, say like Sharon Rogers, and I use Sharon Rogers as a big example. I mean, Sharon Rogers is a native tier 2 character, right? I'm sorry, she's a native tier 1 character, right? And here Mr. Fantastic is a native tier 2, and he has a less damage accumulation than she does. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But just make him strong. I mean, I've actually depowered Mr. Fantastic because I just don't use him anymore. I use other characters. I actually took off a few of his ISOs and put them on other characters that I actually use on a daily basis, ABX metas or World Boss metas, what have you. And then I even took his obelisk off of him. So yeah, I'm hopefully he'll get a little something. And what do Mr. Fantastic and Iron Man have in common? Well, they're both part of the Illuminati. Matter of fact, the Maker version of Mr. Fantastic is actually in the Secret Wars run, where you actually have some other Illuminati members like Namor, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, my friends, right? Black Panther, and I know a lot of people, including myself, would be super stoked about that. And really, in all reality, if they went along this Illuminati theme, I mean, even though Iron Man, the Superior Iron Man suit, is not from the Secret Wars story, he is one of the Illuminati. So if they did say like a Illuminati like villain update, maybe something like that, then they would just do Iron Man and the Maker, because Namor is still a good guy in the story. Black Panther's still a good guy in that specific story. Maybe they would take something from a different run, but the potential is limitless. Now, Black Bolt, he's actually one of the Illuminati, but I really don't think they're going to give him anything. I mean, they could, but it wasn't really all that long ago that he ended up getting this uniform. So I really doubt they're going to do anything for him. And if this is a villain themed update, then they're probably just going to have Mr. Fantastic and Iron Man. But if it's like an Illuminati update, well, then, we could get Black Panther. And you guys see a little something there on the right there. We could get Black Panther. We could get Namor. And honestly, if Namor got a uniform, that would be pretty cool because he's fallen off big time. He is nothing like what he was. He's still a useful character. He's still a good support. He still can really help in a lot of the game modes. But he's just fallen off. He's not a character that you're going to really use against the World Boss Legends. So it'd really be nice to see something given to him. And Black Panther would be really just the icing on the cake. If this character got something, I think we would all be jumping for joy. I think people have been begging for Black Panther to get something for a long time. Even when he got this uniform, it was good at the time, but it fell off so quickly. And then when he got his tier 3, it was just so disappointing that even a lot of Black Panther fans didn't even want to tier 3 him because it was just so disappointing, which is sad, right? Black Panther is, well, he's one of the Illuminati, and he's the king of Wakanda. He's a very beloved character from Marvel fans, and I know we would all like to see some positive change for him. And then we get into something special here, and that is Doctor Doom. Now, whenever I saw those glowing red eyes, I thought to myself, man, who could that be? Who could it be? Well, it's possible, and I'm not saying it is, but maybe it's Doom. In the Secret Wars story, they fight God Doom, my friends. Doom with the power of the Beyonders? Yeah, they fight him. Reed Richards fights him. And if that's the case, that would mean that this guy is going to get a tier 3. Something that has been requested for a long time. And part of me believes this will happen for a couple reasons. The first reason is money. If Netmarble gives Doctor Doom a tier 3 and he's a native tier 2, everybody's going to be scrambling like crazy to get his potential leveled up. Or not get his potential, but get his gears leveled up, get him to tier 3, right? And since it's the 6-year anniversary, they could bring in Mephisto as the native tier 3 in the mid-month. So drain everybody of their resources for Doctor Doom, because right now we got Iron Man and Mr. Fantastic, right? And a lot of people already have those characters tier 3. And by the way, the fact that all of these characters are free to play is pretty freaking amazing. So everybody's going to be able to get them. But because a lot of people already have Iron Man and Mr. Fantastic already at tier 3, it would lead me to believe that if they bring in Doctor Doom, and this would be genius from Netmarble, that a lot of people are going to use their resources, use their CCF, EOD, Titan component packs to level up Doctor Doom. And then 2 weeks later, bring in Mephisto and have that native tier 3. Now, this is all speculation. I have no idea what they're going to do. But if they did that, I think that a lot of people, even though they'd be draining all our resources, I think a lot of people would be super, super happy, including myself. I would be freaking stoked because I don't know about any of you. I know a lot of you, maybe you're not playing Null a whole lot, but if you've been able to play Null for some time, you probably have an abundance of CCF. Look at all that CCF that I have. So it'd actually be kind of nice to get rid of some of that stuff. I mean, I really wish they would give us more Essence of Dimension, more Titan component packs. That would be nice, but that's a whole nother subject. They could definitely do that. And it would make perfect sense if they go along the lines of the Secret Wars storyline and maybe an Illuminati combined update. It would make perfect sense. So I can't speak for all of you, but I would be absolutely stoked to see something like that. It would be so freaking amazing. Have Iron Man, have Mr. Fantastic Black Panther get a rework, you know, along the lines with the Illuminati. And Black Panther fights God Doom in the Secret War story with the Infinity Gauntlet, my friends. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome seeing Black Panther with a freaking Infinity Gauntlet? How dope would that be? And then have God Doom show up and get a tier 3? This update could be so freaking awesome. It's already looking amazing, and I'm kind of wondering now if Rescue will get an Awakened skill, because now it's looking like something else for this update. But we will see, man. I am so excited for this update. This looks absolutely amazing. So let me know how y'all feeling about Sneak Peek 2 and what this is leading up to be. And I stream on Twitch at Reset Sunday through Thursday. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.